Good afternoon. I'd like to just take a few moments to share with you some current projects that we have and a future vision that I hope you will find to be as exciting as I do. In July 2018, we took possession of the Wigwam, a 63-acre retreat that will allow the community to have access and use of a theater that has 303 seats for performing arts, small venue concerts, and presentations. The lodge will seat 450 comfortably for weddings, corporate, and other community events. Violet Township offices will also be relocated to this facility. Plans also include commercial development along the northern 10 acres of Interstate 70 frontage. On the May 7th ballot, residents of our community will have the opportunity to decide whether or not to fund a proposed 95,000 square foot community center that includes 2 outdoor athletic fields, 2 gymnasiums, separate competitive and leisure swimming pools, several multi-purpose rooms, an indoor track, and a fitness area. We at Violet Township are the proud recipient of a Morsi Technical Assistance Grant. In 2018, Violet Township won this competitive grant project, developed a comprehensive master plan for the Refugee and Pickerington Road corridor. This study will serve as a blueprint for the development of a mixed-use, walkable community within that study area. In 2018, we revised our existing website and created a new economic development website designed for easy navigation and access to valuable information pertaining to Violet Township services and development. These sites are found by visiting violet.oh.us or investwithviolet.com. Through a cooperative effort with Fairfield County Engineer, a recently completed study indicates a need for a 5-lane thoroughfare on Refugee Road from Tollgate Road to the City of Pickerington boundary by Pizza Hut. It also includes a multi-use path along the north side and a sidewalk along the south side of Refugee Road. Our staff is currently seeking funding for this project. Violet Township staff is working to develop active transportation and multi-use paths. Staff is also working on the vision to connect our existing path along Diley Road to our future paths along Refugee Road. This path could ultimately extend to a southern connection to the Old Village and to beyond. I'm sure you'll all be happy to know that we're investing $1 million per year in infrastructure. With the passage of our 1.5 mil road levy in 2016, we are maintaining our promise that 100% of those funds go directly to our pavement maintenance program to help maintain our 106 miles of roadway. We are also pursuing a US 33 to I-70 connector by working cooperatively with the Fairfield County Engineer, Transportation Improvement District, ODOT, and the City of Pickerington to create a new connector that would provide access between these 2 corridors and promote future economic development. All of the before-mentioned projects could be advanced by applying the proven concept of a community authority to new developments, providing vital funds for improvement and expansion to infrastructure. It is our sincere hope to partner with the City of Pickerington to make this a reality. In 2018, we opened a new fire station, 591, a state-of-the-art 15,000 square foot dual service and training facility that will serve our community for years to come. In 2018, Violet Township partnered with the City of Pickerington and the Pickerington Local School District on a multi-jurisdictional comprehensive paving program. The township also participated in the Touch a Truck event through the Pickerington Parks and Recreation Department. Additionally, we are provided an opportunity to review and comment on proposed developments through a joint planning agreement with the City of Pickerington. Our development director, Holly Matty, also serves as the chair of the Fairfield County Transportation Improvement District, and she worked with the TID to secure $250,000 from the Ohio Department of Transportation for the Refugee Road improvements west of 256. We continue to value our partnerships with county elected officials and their staff. These partnerships have been instrumental in the acquisition of the Wigwam, as well as other township projects. We also collaborate with the County Auditor's Office, Engineer's Office, Regional Planning, EMA, and other county agencies to maximize the efficiency of public services to our residents. Next, I have some fun facts. Violet Township is the 17th largest township of 1,308 in the state of Ohio, with a population of 42,000. The median income is $100,000. The median family income is $100,041. Our tax base in excess of $1.1 billion, ranks second in the region only to Dublin. We are also extremely proud of our outstanding school system, which features award-winning academics, athletics, and the arts. By the way, the median age of a Violet Township resident is 39.2 years old. Thank you to the Chamber for inviting us and to make this presentation, and to all of you for attending. Everything I previously mentioned cannot be accomplished without a great deal of hard work. I would be remiss that if in closing, I did not take the opportunity to sincerely thank our professional staff and my fellow trustees for all of the hard work they put in 2018. We're going to do our best to continue to do a good job for you all moving forward. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Teresa.
That, or you want me to give it to Tammy?
Do you mind? I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a really nice picture of me that they were putting through there, and it's from about 12 years ago, and I would appreciate it if you continue to use that for as long. But Tammy, don't give them an updated photo. So my city manager, former city manager, Bill Vance, him and I were good buddies, and we would always fight over who was going to have the great experience of delivering this address. I would argue that, hey, all that stuff that happens, you have to manage it. And he would argue, yeah, but you're the elected official, you're supposed to be here. I always ended up doing it. And so I called him today to say, Bill, I'm doing it again. And he's down in Florida at his new job. And he said, Mayor, all you got to say is the city of Pickerington is doing fantastic, and drop the mic. Can you hear Bill Vance saying that? Mayor, city of Pickerington's doing fantastic, drop the mic. And he's right, we're doing really well. Before I get started, I got to thank Tammy Sawyer. She wants to make sure I look good while I'm up here. I don't mean my face or my body. She does these slides so that it makes it easy for you all to follow along. And so she put these together for me. And I'm going to try to, this is set up, see, I need it to go this way so my papers don't fall. So the first photo is, we found out we didn't have a photo of all the city employees. We have around 92 employees. And before I started this slideshow, I wanted to acknowledge that all the great successes we've had and everything we do is dependent on these wonderful people that work for us. We have one of the most exceptional staffs around, and this is some of the photos that we did find of them. This one's my favorite. Up here. Uh-oh, malfunctions. Is it okay if I just sit here? And we appreciate all the hard work they do. A couple things about the city of Pickerington. Basically, I want to be talking about how good shape we're in, because I'm really proud about it, because you don't get there without exceptional management and teamwork. The city of Pickerington has one of the highest general fund reserves. Actually, it has the highest general fund reserve in the city's history. It's about $6 million. That's a big deal. People say, well, why aren't you spending it? You're going to find out that we are spending it, but we continue, because of the choices that we made, to have a high reserve. And the benefit of that is, if we ever start having a down economy, we're going to be in a really good place. We've received A's on our financial health indicators by the state of Ohio like 3 years in a row. And it's a big deal because most communities don't get that. I think the next slide shows The greens all the way across, that's the city of Pickerington. That means we did really well. Some of the things, cost of living in Pickerington, we were voted like the second best place in the state of Ohio to raise a family, and I believe a lot of that's because of cost of living, because of some of the good business decisions we made. Our water and sewer rates have not been increased since 2013. We have the lowest water rate, I think, in Fairfield County in Central Ohio at 416 per 100,000. I didn't include sewer because that changes things a little bit. Our sewer is a little higher, but I want to put a positive spin on it. Right? That's why sewer's not up there, but we're a little bit higher, but when you combine them, it puts us mid-road if you consider both. Fair enough. Cost of living. Now this one, the trash at $8.82 is the least expensive in Fairfield County and is almost, we couldn't get all the cities, but we're pretty confident it's one of the lowest rates in Central Ohio. The second number, the 2.07 on the trash can, is the cost to rent that trash can. A lot of places you can choose to rent your trash can. Well, what we found in Pickerington was like 70% of the people rented the trash can. So that mattered in the cost of their trash, so we negotiated heavily to lower that price as well. And you'll find that that's one of the lowest rates for a rented trash can as well. Just another opportunity for us to do good business. We've said that there's been no tax increase since 2000. So this is 19. So in 19 years, we have not had to have additional funds. And what I say? What was one of the first things I said? Who remembers? I got a prize. Who said $6 million? I'm going to sit your prize right here. It's a City of Pickerington seal right here. That's right. With that reserve, the $6 million reserve. We've also had $265 million in new investments. Now, development, we made a big purchase. This is the Roshan property. People might have read about it. It was 214 acres. This photo is kind of, it's not how it's going to end up looking, but these planners, when they get this stuff and they have 214 acres, they get excited. They start drawing up all kinds of stuff. So we're not sure where it's going to end up. But what we do know is by the city buying it, it will not be more dense than 2 units per acre. We made that commitment to council and to the residents when we purchased it on the portion that's residential. And then we are going to set aside at least 50 to 70 acres of commercial, light industrial, and we're already starting to get people calling us about it. And now it's a matter of, we've got this, how's the best way to utilize it for the community and for the city? We we're projecting we're going to have about 130 new homes in 2019, which is a good number. It shows the health of our community, and people still want to be here. 15 new businesses, 15 plus. We do a lot of ribbon cuttings in Pickerington. That's a good thing. That's what Teresa was alluding to. We see each other a lot, don't we, Teresa? Refugee Road. You know, I can't wait for Refugee Road to be done for a lot of reasons. One of them is because that project is going to run longer than it was supposed to, and it's going to cost more than it's supposed to. That kind of stuff drives me crazy because it makes your numbers a little wonky. But what I'll tell you is the weather has been causing us a great deal of problems, and they're hoping to get done this year, but it could potentially go into spring, and I just want to make everybody aware of that. But I guess the water level out there is only 6 feet below the ground, and they've had to do a lot of dewatering, and moving the utilities has been a lot more difficult than everybody suspected. Acquiring ground has been more expensive than we thought as well. But a few pictures of what the road's going to look like. Hopefully I won't be talking about this again in 2020, but it is possible. It is possible. Okay, just so you know, my executive assistant who did this told me I had to talk about the roundabout. So here we go, Tammy. Roundabout. There's going to be a roundabout, and I've been told that that's supposed to move that traffic a lot faster. So we'll see. But that's going to be a big one, so we're really going to have a roundabout in Pickerington. Street maintenance. She actually had in here that we did in 2018 that we worked with the township and the schools to do $1 million with paving, try to bring the price down. I told her to take it out because I thought we did it in 2017. Well, Darren put it in there that we did it in 2018. So we must have done it in 2018. So I had her take it out, but it's factual. But I want to point out here is that we've been spending over $1 million a year on paving for the last 4 years. And hey, why is that important? Because what did I talk about early on? Who's the first one to say it? I got another pin for you. $6 million reserve, but we're spending $1 million a year on paving. There was a time when we were not paving, or we were spending $100,000 a year. Then when I came into office, we started spending closer to $500,000, and now we're up to $1 million a year, and that's our goal. Because it's kind of like, it's an easy thing to put off, but it's kind of like not changing the oil in your car. You're eventually going to pay for it. So this is something that we're really proud of. This is just some of the streets that we've paved recently. Some of you might live here or not, but Alyssa, Karen, Inverness, you can see them up there. Safety. We have added 5 officers since 2014. We're adding 2 in 2019. Why is that important? No prize this time because you should know the answer now. We got a big reserve budget, but see, these are continual expenses. These are things that compound every year. So once you add a police officer, if it costs you $100,000, it also costs you $100,000 the next year. So if we've added 5 police officers, that's $500,000 we've added to our budget moving forward. But we still have the biggest reserve that we've ever had. And the one thing I haven't told you yet is we do it on 1%. We're one of the last communities in Central Ohio that do that. So I'm really proud about the work that our people do. This command center, give a shout out to the township fire department. They basically donated it to us. I think they gave it to us for $1. They donated it to us. We much appreciate it. And this is a picture of it now that it's been painted and looking real well, and it's going to be our command center. And guess what? I think you already know this one. Stand up for a minute, Todd. Let everybody see. Todd's our new chief of police. Todd also went to Pickerington and is raised in Pickerington and has a great deal of family members here. I was joking with, where's Jim Paxton? I said, Jim, we got another Pickerington kid. New at the parks. City of Pickerington, I think, spends nearly $1 million a year on its parks. It comes out of our general fund income tax money. We did a new parking lot expansion at Victory Park, which when we have some big events down there, oftentimes it's hard to find parking, so this was one of the things that we did. I think this came out of our, the impact fees, yes, the impact fees, because you have to do something new with impact fees, but I believe we used impact fees for this site. We put a new playground at Colony Park. People are excited about that. And then this one almost didn't make the budget, but staff is really excited about it. And, you know, they have a lot of say in what happens. So we're going to have a Ninja Warrior course at Sycamore Park. And this actually is geared towards adults, but I think the kids are going to take it over because it's really cool. But this happened in 2019. It's Ninja Warrior course. Should be another picture of that. Oh, we're on 4th of July. Oh, I could spend a little time talking about this. So, 4th of July, anybody that knows me knows I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. Sometimes change is a little bit hard on me. I don't always warm up to that right away. So I struggled with the whole concept of moving the fireworks on the 4th of July. Now, I will tell you, the safety services got there quicker than I did. And I said, well, 1 year could be considered an anomaly. But the 2 years, we can't consider it an anomaly. So after the second year of having problems, we really had to make a difficult decision. And what people didn't see is what happened in those 2 years is Whitehall had moved theirs, and so had Reynoldsburg. So the east side had started having their fireworks on the 3rd, so we were one of the few that was still having it on the 4th. So that was why a lot of people from out of town were coming here. So we made the difficult decision to align with them, and we're going to have the fireworks on the 3rd, and then we'll have the parade on the 4th. And we're hoping that that takes it back to being a local community event. And we worked with, Darren and I spent a lot of time on this. He got us a meeting with Whitehall to talk about how they did things, and we put a lot of time in it, but that's an important change that was made. Then we got 2 new awesome people on city council. We have Councilwoman Crystal Hicks, and I don't think Crystal's here today. She might have had to work. And we have Councilwoman Jacqueline Raleigh. She's here. Stand up for a minute. We're excited to have them on our team. Things are going really well. I've worked with a lot of different councils, and we don't always agree, but this is one of the most professional councils I've worked with. Even when we disagree, after the meeting, everybody's fine, and we go on to the next item. It's a good group to work with. We've had some new leadership in Pickerington. We got Frank Wiseman is the city manager, and he became city manager in 2018. Frank's here. Frank was Pickerington service director, and then he moved to Westerville and was their service director, and now he's back at Pickerington as a city manager. And then we recently hired Dave Golden, and Dave was from Logan Union in Champaign County. He was in the Regional Planning Commission, and we're excited to have Dave on board. But those are two of our new people. And then, guys, we got a big plane named after Pickerington. And this was a fun event. And it's called Pride of Pickerington. And they only have so many that they do. But this plane is actually is used. It's a refueling plane. And they renamed it Pride of Pickerington and had a big ceremony. And it was exciting. I think it's a way to honor the people who have been veterans in our community and also those that are in active service. So it was a fun event. And with that, I appreciate you guys having us. I think we do have a little bit of time. I answer a question if you have it. Now, here's what I tell you. I'll let you ask the question. I might not know the answer. But if I know the answer, I'll tell you. Any questions about anything that's going on in the city of Pickerington? I like this. This makes it easy for me. But here's the thing. Like Bill Vance said, I'm going to drop the mic. Things are good in Pickerington. And the guys that got the questions right, there's your prizes. Don't forget them. Thanks, guys.